Hi, this is Nathan from CES Games and Anime. I'm going to be doing a deck tech on Oracle Think Tank, if we could.
Okay.
So, I'm running all the 16 triggers. I have an SP heal trigger for my starter, 4 heal triggers because you're only allowed 4. I'm only running 4 draw triggers. I find that draw has a weak 5,000 shield, and I just don't think that's very competitive with these new decks coming out that have 30k plus attacking. I'm running 8 crits, the vanilla crit, and the special action crit to push into soul to draw a card, 4 of each. To my grade 1s, I'm actually doing something different from most decks. I'm running 3 luck birds, and the reason being is I find that card draw is one of the only few claim to fames that Oracle Think Tank has. So, Luckbird with the ability to Soul Release 2 to draw a card when it's called to rear is really strong. And in a game where card draw matters, it's super effective. I'm only running 3 Weather Girl Milks, and the reason being is because she's 6k, and I find late game she pitters out of the 10k strength that she has at the beginning. This is one of the very few decks that I would recommend running 4 flash shields, or would have recommended 4 flash shields. Now that Vermilion and a lot of 12 crit decks are coming out, it might be that you might need 4. So 4 flash shields for the draw power, and you can discard that extra card. I'm running 4 Battle Sister Coca, and the reason being is she is a baby CEO. She allows you to predict the future of your deck and decide whether you need that on top or bottom. Going to my grade 2s, I have 3 Maiden of Libras. I find her to be the quote-unquote Blaster Blade or Dragon Scythe, if you would, for the Narcomery. She's a Counterblast 2 to draw a card if her attack hits. I find that she is also letting you draw what the cards you need for your deck. Going down, I'm running 3 Security Guardians, and the reason being for 3 is with all these heavy-hitting decks, you really do need that extra 5,000 shield to jump in front, and the only decks that you need to worry about these things not being as effective are Nova Grappler, Narukami, and Narukami and Kagero. Sorry, totally blanked on that one. If you're versing any of those decks, God forbid you need to sideboard, you'd probably just throw in 3 Mochas, and that's for the 11k attack, just to make them spend their hand that much quicker. Going down, I'm running 4 of the 10k vanilla, which is, most decks will have a skeleton, and the 10ks and the 8ks are usually skeleton. If you notice, I'm not running the 8k vanilla 1-drop. I find that these are a lot more stronger in their own way with their effects, and their effects outweigh the 8k. Going back to grade 2s, I'm running 3 Silent Toms. 4 Silent Toms is tempting, but you just choke on Silent Tom and you end up having to guard with him from your hand, so I find that 3 is really effective. He generally soaks an attack, which is nice, so you don't have to expel your hand. You get 1 good attack and then he dies. Going to my 7 grade 3s, I'm running, of course, 4 CEO Aramatsus. She is probably the most broken 3-drop to date, besides the Narukami, and that's just because he attacks everything in the front row. Her effects are a lot better, in my opinion, for the long run, and deck control. She's probably one of the only few Vanguards that can be splashed in any other deck and still be effective. Going down, we have Oracle Guardian Apollo, and I'm only running 3 of him, and honestly, if I could run 7 CEOs, I would, but you're forced to only have 4, so I decided to have him in because he's still strong in his own way of drawing 2 cards when in Vanguard Circle, and then just putting 1 card back into your deck, which lets you deck cycle your triggers back in, or getting rid of a grade 3 that if it's choking your hand. even though I don't think that ever happens. So this is my deck tech for Oracle Think Tank. I went a little bit different than the norm, and served me well so far.
So most Oracle Think Tank decks run several draw triggers, right? And you're only running a full set of just the Dream Eater. So how do you output?
Oh no, I'm superstitious. I run 2 of each.
2 and 2? Okay. So you're not running the draw triggers.
No, I'm not running the stereotypical 8 draw triggers, and the reason being is I'm A, paranoid of decking myself out, B, I have Luckbird, Libra, and Apollo, all for their card draw effect, so that right there has the potential of all the card draw that I'm missing. Any more card draw and you're just begging for, like, death. The 5,000 shield is definitely weakness to the draw trigger.
So you're offsetting, you're running 4 draw triggers because you have other cards in the deck to draw instead, and opting for a far more aggressive build for this deck with 8 triggers in an Oracle Think Tank, which most players don't do. So you're having a larger 10,000 share, 10k shield, and you still have your core set of your 4 draw and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different units in there to draw.
Yes, that's correct. I find that it is aggressive to run 8 crits, and this game is all about aggression and hitting your triggers, which is luck-based. So I'm using CEO to hit the luck, and then with the aggressive crit and 10,000 shield, I'm also being very defensive and aggressive at the same time. I find that this is a better trade-off than drawing the crits in your hand or drawing a card that you can't use. At best, the draw trigger can get you 15 shield or a 5k and a flash shield with a draw trig. I just find that the steady 8, 10,000 and crit to be more effective.
Okay. So anything else you want to say?
No, I think I pretty much covered everything. Anything else would be repeating. I might take out the Milks for Gemini, the 8k 1-drop, and that's only because she's really strong backing something like a Silent Tom or another 8k grade 2, but I just find that she pitters out at the end to be a 6k, and then you're only doing 14 instead of 18. So that's the only thing I would probably change about this deck.
Okay.
That's its only flaw, really, is it's a low-power deck, so I try to make up for its low power with a lot of defense.
Okay. So, this is our first local deck profile, and that's Nathan. Therefore, his Oracle Think Tank for CardFight Vanguard, here at Cess Games and Anime in Ventura, California, right here on Main Street. So, here are many more to come, some more from Nathan, others from our other players. Please subscribe to our channel, post comments, let us know about what you thought of his deck, if you want us to do something for you, any ideas, props, and of course we have our tournaments every Sunday at 2 o'clock, usually have 2 tournaments. Hope to see you there.
Thank you, and have a great day.
We are here for your gaming needs.